Good day again, everyone. We'll be discussing Module 4, Non-Digital and Digital Skills and Tools in Delivering Technology Enhanced Lesson. Lesson 4, Technology Collaborative Tools in the Digital World. So we are down to the second to the last lesson of Module 4. Let me share my screen. Okay, I hope that is visible. Okay. Okay, that's it. Again, this is Module 4, Non-Digital and Digital Skills and Tools in Delivering Technology Enhanced Lessons. Lesson 4, Technology Collaborative Tools in the Digital World. Here are the lesson outcomes for this. For Lesson 4, we have identified and explore collaborative tools or applications that can be integrated in instruction. The last one, build a platform or an online account that can be used for a collaborative work. The learners of this generation are a new kind of breed, and it is important that teachers understand how to deal with them. They seem to thrive in collaborative learning. They like to connect to the social networking sites. Creating and producing something are what they prefer to do rather than become consumers of information inside the classroom. They like to be mobile either physically or virtually as they traverse from point to point or side to side. Apparently, they seem to be investing a huge amount of their time in a digital social environment, although they can be more self directed in choosing what they want to learn, how they want to learn, and what they want to learn. So, for this lesson, we will be discussing the different collaborative tools that the students can use, and of course, for the teachers to augment the skills that should be harnessed by these students. There are a lot of available tools and applications that can be used to work collaboratively with others. Some of these are Skype, Wikis, Blog, Google Form, web conferencing, real-time board, among others. You need to explore each application to be familiar with the features. One way to engage students is to give them a challenge and a chance to work together. An example is when you give them an issue to discuss, which they can continue talking about, even if they are outside of the class. You can actually use your no, it's not actually Google Forum, but a forum, no? Students may continue the discussion and share information or come up with an agreement by texting, emailing, chatting, using Messenger perhaps, and share or using an online document like, for example, the Google Docs. Once they have agreed, they can move to the next step of presenting their agreements or solutions or resolutions to the whole class. Normally, in a regular class, teachers may have discouraged students from conversing with classmates during individual work. But sometimes there are positive things that can if come out of it as students talk about the task assigned to them or as they work themselves of a complicated task. Now that is why although we have the term academic talking, no, wherein it's not actually a noise talking when we have our group discussion or group activity, no, we just have to remind everyone, you know, sa classroom setting natin, we just have to remind everybody that they have to minimize their voices since other group are also working. Now, for the case of the 21st century generation setup, no, because we're in the technology era, this is now the time that for the whole preparation of the activity for a group activity, they can actually talk. No, this is actually a silent talk because they just have to email or they just have to text themselves. No, among the group. So again, of course, there are a lot of available tools and applications that can be used to work collaboratively with others. So I think that was already mentioned. Now let's try to look at some of which I think I will be giving you four, and let's try to explore a little bit of them. The first one of which is okay, Skype. Okay. So Skype is a software application allowing you to do video conferencing for free. All you need is to create an account and can be used for a video meeting. I think there is a, if you're going to download Microsoft Office, no, I think there are features na included na yung Skype. Pero kung wala naman sa laptop niyo, all you have to do is search it sa Google for Skype, and then you just have to download it. And then the same with any other what do you call this, any other social media. You just have to create an account, but if you have an existing account, you just have to log in, no, your account, and then you can use now Skype. Okay, next, actually meron tayong equivalent sa Skype, ang dami na. We also have, when it comes to video conferencing, I am actually using now a Zoom, no. So you can use Zoom. Meron pa tayong Google Meet. You also have Microsoft Teams, no? So, yun. The next one we have is Wiki. Okay. Not, that particular picture is not the picture of Wiki talaga, no? Because I think Wiki na ngayon, ang meron na lang ngayon is meron tayong Wix. This is a software that allows you to create a page or a selection of pages designed to allow you to post or write, edit, or upload a link quickly. This one, Wiki is actually a software and you can create sites for this. No, sorry. Okay, can I see it? So this is good when students need to work together to complete a task, even if they are not physically, together. So as such, as a task such as writing a paper together, planning a presentation, or surveying ideas from team members can be managed by a wiki space that efficiently allows one to document the contribution of each member in the team. Work can be extended virtually and asynchronously. Yung meron tayong if you're gonna look at the description of wiki, we also have it here. I think the Google Docs, no? The Google Docs or the applications for the G Suite, no? Ngayon, they can actually use as a collaboration tools wherein you just have to share the link to your group members, and then you can work on a single document. The next thing we have is blogging. Okay, so in blogging, it is journaling your ideas to which others can react, allowing a thread of discussion to take place and which can be used online. So it is the abbreviation of web blog. No? Kanang kato ang gitawag nato nga blogging, web blog. Okay. So an example for that is Tumblr. So I have been using Tumblr for quite some time. Now you can post something there and then they can react. Okay. We also have here WordPress.com. Now, WordPress.com is also a good for blogging. You can create your website and then you can publish it, and then that is now your blog. Yep. Basically, your blog is just a site. Kuan lang siya. You just have to write your idea, put in your idea, and then let people talk about it. Now that's blog. Okay, so it is the abbreviation of weblog, no? Our blog. So it would help if you provide direction when using a blog. So these are the following. First one, use weblog with a clear instructional objective. When you are to require your students, especially sa mga English majors dito, kung meron man, no? Make sure that if you will be teaching English, no, in the future, make sure to have your instructional objective very clear, so that remember that when they are constructing their blog, the content of their blog will be reflected to the instructional objective given. Letter B, guidance on what and how to post. will be needed, no? So teach the students that the blogging is for educational purposes and is different from a personal blog. So, hindi siya, actually pwede siya maging personal blog, but then again, a proper or formal language variety should be used. A writing prompt would help to guide your students. Anyway, your blog is not limited to academic blogging or for educational purposes. You can actually have your personal blog, but then again, meron tayong restriction. But for the case of educational purpose na blog, make sure that there is a proper and formal language you are using. No, and of course, it should vary from time to time. It is because you have a lot of readers. No, your readers are not limited to educated people, no? Or maybe if you're gonna talk medicine, make sure that you will be also using the layman's term so that the typical people can relate to it and of course understand what you're talking. Okay. Letter C, with easy access to information, a major obligation is to teach the students to use multiple source and to cite them appropriately. Yes, no, because di ba, I told you that in just a click, no, if you're gonna click the term Earth, for example, sa Google, you can have as much as millions no, articles or web pages about Earth. So that is why you just have to make sure, and then of course we have to get multiple sources because mas maraming sources, meaning to say mas legit yung idea that you are presenting. And of course, since you are getting different sources, multiple sources, you have to cite them appropriately. Remember, we have to cite them appropriately because your blog will be published publicly. So magkakaproblema ka if you don't cite them, no, or acknowledge the sources. Letter D, writing about your ideas is a personal act, but it is important that you are taught to make blogs personal without revealing too much of personal information, such as contact information and too personal pictures. So kana siguro no. Um, remember that you will be presenting your own idea, you know. So again, when it comes to personal blogs, no, you don't have to reveal too much your personal information and too much pictures about you or your personal life. So when writing blogs, you write reflection, okay? You write your idea, but safeguarding yourself is also an important consideration. So that is why we don't divulge very personal information. The last one, it may help if you can look for very good examples of blogs. Nowadays, ang dami ng blogs kasi nga, especially now nga pandemic, ang dami na nagsusulat, no? Ang dami ng, especially ngayon, we have a lot of issues from politics down to your locality. So that is why blogs are now rampant. So you can look for very good examples of blogs. There are online and print publications that review blogs, and you can use the information to guide you toward getting good models. Okay, so those are the direction, the suggestions for you to create your blog. The last one we have is the Google Group or the Google Form. Okay, Google Group or Google Form is an application that can be used in a collaborative documentation of ideas contributed by members of the team. Having a Google account will come very handy and you can easily have access to a variety of applications. The good thing sa mga account natin, we are in premium account, so that's why we can use it variantly. We can use the wide products of or different products of Google. Okay, so I will be now showing you Google Group and Google Form. Okay, so remember sa previous lessons natin, I've been teaching you how to search Google Group or Google products, no? So again, pwede natin i-search dito Google Group. Pwede dyan. Okay, so here, groups.google.com. So you just have to click that and log in your account. Again, it is best to use your MSU main account. Another step for you to find the website is directly right here sa URL box, no? Pwede na siya dito dira. So you just have to write, instead of using the Google search box, pwede ka sa URL, no? So you have Google Group. Wala na to, Google Groups. And then there you go. So you just have again to click this and then log in your account. Okay, for a while. Okay, that one. And then the other step is, again, if you're gonna open this, kana siya, or kung wala kayo makikita dito, no? Pwede ninyo isulat yung google.com, and then you can see here, no? Ito siya. So you click this and you find groups. Ayan, groups. Click that and then log in your account. So that is for a Google group. Now let's proceed to Google Form. Sa Google Form again, pwedeng diretso sa URL box, Google Form. So dito pwede ito sa dalawa ito. Okay, Google Form. Google Form, go to Google Forms lang tayo. Okay, that's it. And then you are, perhaps you will be prompted to log in your account. No? So ako again, naka-automatic na ni siya since I logged in my account sa Google Chrome mismo. Okay. Another step, again, is to find this one, the Google app icon, kana siya. Okay, kung hindi niyo yan makita, you just have to type google.com perhaps, and then find the Google Apps drawer. So you just have to click it, and then find forms. So ito, click that, and then right after clicking, you will be prompted to log in your account. Okay. Another is to write it. No, it's a URL forms.google.com. Again, the name of the product.google.com, and you will be directed to the Google Forms website. Perhaps you will be prompted again to log in your account. Okay. Okay, so please you can try it, na siguro. So please try it. So, and then you can explore the features of your Google Groups and then Google Form. That's it. And that is the end of lesson 4. So again, you will be doing different tasks for lesson 4 related to lesson 4. I will be posting it sa Google Classroom. And if you have questions, do not hesitate to raise that sa ato ang group chat. And then, yeah, thank you for listening. That is the end of lesson 4.